hero. I'm a knight. I bring glory to lost kingdoms. I right these wrongs. Now that's some good swords play, I'd say. Welcome back, viewers, to Makuda's Corner. Today we're doing a different type of review today, because, I cannot deny my nature as a Makuda. No. Not anymore. Not this day. No. Today's review is going to be on something that's, something near and dear to my heart. Because if you look at me, you can tell. You can tell. I'm a gamer. The secret's out. Oh no. Here we go. We're going in. Today's review is going to be on a very interesting little title that I came across in my journeys through GameStop, through the deep GameStop. Let me get into it. Let me get into what deep GameStop is. Deep GameStop is like you go into those very, I'm going to say 4th, 5th pages all the way to the end pages of video games that you've never heard about. Video game titles that you never expect, never hear about, and that are just not advertised anywhere. So I decided to take a journey down to that dark, wretched abyss, of which is my nature to be drawn towards, and I found this game. It's called Blue Fire. Now, I'm going to be honest. When I looked at it, I was immediately tempted. Tempted by this artwork, this design, for it brought me back to my days, better days of 2017, playing Hollow Knight, cutting through the Lost World. It was so good. So let's get into the review now. These are the reviews of one man, me, the Makuda. Of course, you may have different views, different reviews. Of course, everyone does. You may or may not agree with what I have to say. And you're entirely right, but this is my review. And I'm going to review this game right here, right now, for you. So let's get into the review. So, immediately, if you have not heard of Blue Fire, which has been published by Graffiti Games, I don't blame you. Small indie company. Small indie devs. It's hard to find titles like this. Well, not really, but I'm just saying, hard to find this title because it wasn't advertised anywhere. Now, let's first review the outside packaging. The artwork. Ooh, oh, ah! The design is, smooth. Dark. It looks very nice, very clean. Very much reminisces me of Hollow Knight. I'm going to be honest, is a Hollow Knight? I'm going to draw a lot of parallels here. Maybe good, maybe bad. But the artwork on it, here's your main little character, the Blue Flame, Blue Fire. He's cute. He has a little tuft of hair. He has his mask broken. It sets him apart from the Hollow Knight, which is pure, pristine shell, the vessel of darkness in which you are. And you have two heroes, I'm not going to say heroes, but people that accompany you on your journey on the front. The artwork is pretty good on the front. Backside doesn't give much information about the inside content of the game, which I will get into. But it gives you that it's a 3D platform, unlike Hollow Knight, which is 2D. Keep in mind, I'm going to draw a lot of similarities between this game and Hollow Knight because I think they do go hand in hand. They do hold hands in some places, but they diverge in others. So, forgive me if I keep saying Hollow Knight, but there's a lot of similarities here. Now, I'm going to be honest. The people who made this game I congratulate you because you are adventurous. Adventurous in doing so. Once you open this, you will get, holy, I have not seen this for a long time. Inside pamphlets, boys and girls. Inside pamphlets. You open up a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you don't get those anymore. You don't get the little advertisements for future games like Pokemon Coliseum, or any of the just smaller things for the card packs that are upcoming, or even just the ESRB instructional booklet, health and safety, that which they were instructed to have at that time. You know, sometimes I'd like to see that just to have it. I'm never going to read it, of course, but I like to have it because it's just more stuff. More bang for your buck, as it is, as the hipsters say. And, of course, included, which is the game cartridge itself. Now, I got the Nintendo Switch version. I'm going to be honest. Maybe it would have been better to play on PC. The PC Master Race. But I chose Nintendo Switch because I was feeling a little Nintendo Switch mood. Now, let's get into real depths. The real meat and potatoes. Maybe not meat and potatoes, but the real content. The stuff that we are looking for, that we're feeding off of. To satisfy our cravings. So, Blue Fire is a 3D action platformer for whatever platform you choose. Nintendo Switch, PC, maybe Xbox, maybe PS5. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if it's on those platforms. Will I look into it? Probably not. I'm going to be honest. And it first starts you off with very much Hollow Knight. Not much lore, not much background, and that's okay. That's okay. Because, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, you don't need to be hit off the bat with all this exposition. It just coming at you with this exposition, and you're sitting there like, this story, I can't remember it all. Which, in some cases, it's good to be barraged with all this story, with all this content, but not all the time, of course. But in this case, it doesn't serve it well, because as you're going through it, I'm going to be honest, you're not given much story, much background. Of course, you're going to have, through the 2 spirit quests, I'm going to say Temple Guardians, little adventures that you have. They give you a little exposition on, not exposition, not expedition. The exposition is the entire thing. But no. Exposition or story on the background of the evil, what you need to do, and it does give you some information that you can cling on to, but it's not enough. It's not intriguing in a way, I could say. And it just really didn't resonate with me. It didn't draw me in. It wasn't really something that I was looking forward to. Going through this game, I was sitting there, I'm like, I couldn't get attached. I couldn't form these bonds with characters. Couldn't be, friends with them, as I would say in Hollow Knight, where you see them, and they're very nice. They're generous people. That's how they write them, of course. And you feel a close connection, if you would, with them. In this game, I ain't feeling it. I ain't feeling the spirit. I ain't feeling the connections, just the bonds I could form with them. It's just, for some reason, I'm not hitting it off with them. It's just a wrong feeling I'm getting. It might be me. Might not be for you. Of course, you're entitled to your own opinions. But with me, the story and characters ain't hitting it. Also, the art style. Now, keep in mind, this is a very different game from Hollow Knight. As it is a 3D game compared to Hollow Knight's 2D game. Of course, 3D adds another dimension to the game, which it capitalizes fully, boys and girls. Of course, it does capitalize on it a lot. As in, there are a lot of platforming puzzles that you need to solve. And, platforming. A lot of people ain't good at that. I'm gonna be honest. Me, however, I can handle a little platform. I can do some of that good, maybe better than some other YouTubers. Just saying. But, there's a lot of platforming. I'm gonna be honest with you, and it is A lot. The 3D art style in this game does serve it well, as it does give more depth and dimension than you would see in Hollow Knight, but in this case it comes at a cost to just the overall design and detail. When I go through the hallways and the different places that exist within Blue Fire, a lot of these places are bland looking. A lot of stone structures that are straightforward. The enemies, no, they do serve their purpose, but they're very simplistic in design. Compared to Hollow Knights, there's a lot of detail. You see the little pustules on them. You see the little shells, the differences that set them apart. They attack differently. In Hollow Knight, it's just either, I come at you, I cut you, boy! And, you know, they have their little attacks, which are basically, I slash, or I pound on the ground. And the other enemy type that exists in the game, there's only two from what I could tell, apart from the bosses, which we'll get into, is the floaty ones. They just, they float in the air. They just sit there. And you have to lock onto them and then dash right up to them and cut them. And they just beep. Yeah, here's what I'm saying. Here's the target, you, and my head is the enemy. Beep, beep. That's all they do. I'm not seeing a little. I charge. I'm not seeing a little self explosions. I'm not seeing a lot of it. It's just laser beam, person. It's not. There's not a lot of attack differences. There's not anything that really sets apart from people in the ice area, the abandoned aqueducts, no, not aqueducts, but the abandoned passage, to the place that is, let's say, in the steam house. There's not really much of a difference between the enemies. The floater ones or the swords ones that are in either two zones. It seems just like I'm gonna be honest, my opinion, just not much that sets them apart other than the skins. And getting into it, it's okay, but not as bad. So, now, let's get into the real review. Now, I'm gonna be a fair warning, on Nintendo Switch, it did give me a bit of a headache when playing this game. I don't know what it was. Maybe I was dehydrated. I don't know. It just hurt my eyes and I felt dizzy after playing it for a few hours. Wow. It was weird. Now, my honest review on this topic. Blue Fire, I give it 6 out of 10. It's not bad for what it is. And it does serve its purpose well. It is an okay game, and of course I recognize that it's made by indie developers, and they also did include a DLC. I did try and play the DLC, boys and girls. Wowza! If you like 3D platforming, go bananas. If you don't, stay away. Ho, ho, ho! It is, woo! A lot of 3D platforming, and it is difficult. Even if they say 3 out of 5 star difficulty, they are lying. They are lying to your face. But, because it is more like 5 to 6 stars out of 5. For each one, even the optional ones. Oof. So, that's my review. 6 out of 10. It's not bad. Is it a solid game that you would enjoy? Maybe. Maybe not. But for me personally, it wasn't hitting the chords that other games could deliver, that other things could help me with. And please, don't persecute me. Don't sue me. These are just my opinions. But you're free to form your own opinions and give your own views on this topic. Aha, Makuda out. See ya!